What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the FIFA 17 career mode. This is episode number 105, and we start today's episode off on transfer deadline day with Borussia Dortmund, the final transfer deadline day of the series. However, we couldn't do anything because we had no money whatsoever. I mean literally £0 in the transfer budget and £0 in the wage budget as well. Not even a single penny to our name. And I don't think I've ever been in that situation before where I genuinely had literally not a penny to offer a club for a player. So believe it or not, transfer deadline day was the quietest one you would ever see on my channel. There was nothing to do. There were no bids. I couldn't sign any players. And that was that. I literally just skipped through the entire day, and that was the end of it. So, transfer deadline day ended very, very quickly. And you guys know by now that when it comes down to transfer deadline days on my series, I always try and sign at least one player if I can, or do one piece of business if I can. But in this transfer deadline day, unless I sold a player, I couldn't sign a new one. And I didn't really want to sell any players either. In the last episode, I did see some comments from you guys saying, why don't you sell Kevin Volland? He's been pretty poor this season since you brought him in. But I thought to myself, after the Schalke game, deadline day started straight away, we probably wouldn't be able to source a replacement and bring it in, as well as selling Kevin Volland too, and there's no guarantee we would have got a bid for Kevin Volland anyway had I put him on a transfer list. So because of that, Volland stays, the whole team stays as it is. The final piece of business in the final transfer window of the season is not on deadline day, it was the day before, to bring in Paul Pogba to Borussia Dortmund. You saw his stats right there as well, 94 overall, and Pogba, of course, an absolute monster. You saw him make his debut against Schalke, man of the match performance, won a penalty, and scored a lovely solo goal towards the end of the game to wrap the points up, and that now means that our final Borussia Dortmund team going into the final part of the series looks like this. We have 4 90-plus players in our first 11. How amazing is that? Michael Müller, Henry the Hoover Davis, Diego Menendez, and also Paul Pogba as well. And when Diego Menendez, the best player in our club, is now the 4th highest rated player in the club, that shows you just how stacked this Borussia Dortmund side is. I absolutely love it. But still, in the Bundesliga, 18 games in, we are 2 points off top spot Leverkusen, so we may have a great team, but we're still not leading the league at the moment right now. In the Deutsche Pokal, though, we are into the quarterfinals. We'll take on Ingolstadt. You'll see that in today's episode. And also, in the Champions League, of course, we'll be taking on Inter Milan in the round of 16. The first leg is at the San Siro. You'll see that in the next episode. But also, a question for you guys today as well. But not one I want you guys to answer in the comment section, but I want you guys to vote in the straw poll in the description. In the last episode, I asked you guys what number Paul Pogba should be. There were loads and loads of different suggestions, and that's why in today's episode I'm going to let you guys vote for his number, and you guys can choose what number he will wear for Borussia Dortmund. 4, 6, 10, 15, 19, 24, 60 or 89. Those are the choices. I saw those commented quite a lot. So we can get number 6, which is the number he wore at United and Juventus. Apparently 15 and 19 is what he wears for France. I'm not entirely sure. 89, some of you guys said that was his price tag when he joined United from Juventus. So you guys can vote for Paul Pogba's number. Click on the link in the description and choose number for Paul Pogba. And by the time I make the next episode, whichever number has the most amount of votes is the number I will assign to Paul Pogba for this Borussia Dortmund side. But for the time being, he will keep hold of the number 4 shirt, and he would start in this game, his first away game for the club, in the first game of today's episode in the Bundesliga away against Stuttgart. So excited for the game, and after the 2-0 win over Schalke in the last game with Pogba putting in a man of the match display, I was looking forward to seeing what the French midfielder could do once again, this time away from home. And straight from kickoff, we were in attack mode in this game as we spread the ball around the pitch, letting everyone get a touch straight away and see what we can do early on in this game. Everyone just getting involved, just passing the ball around with the little flare passes, as I normally do in a kickoff games right at the start. So just passing the ball around to begin with here, getting a feel for the ball. Eventually work our way forward, though. Menendez finding Werner off towards El Shaarawy down the left-hand side, and the pitch just opened up for El Shaarawy here down the left-hand side. So much green to run into. He takes it around Zimmer with the step over, gets himself inside, keeps on going, heel to heel flick, then then rolls it back towards Henry the Hoover Davis. First time ball to Menendez, back to Davis. Davis to Paul Pogba, and 90 plus overall players getting in on the action here. Pogba takes around a couple of players. Lovely little skill run here from Paul Pogba. Gets inside the area, gets taken down, and just like in the last game against Schalke, Paul Pogba wins a penalty in the first half. It's such a shame I couldn't complete that move there with a goal, because it would have been a sensational team and skill move goal as well, as Pogba cut inside. Sadly was taken down though, definite penalty, no doubt about it, and a chance for us to make it 1-0. But in the last game against Schalke, Pogba won a penalty and Aubameyang missed it, so I thought because of that, this time I'll give it to Paul Pogba, see if he can convert the penalty that he did win. He went to the top right hand corner against Langerak and found it as well. A fantastic penalty, and it's 2 goals in 2 games for Paul Pogba, a new French midfielder, 94 overall, second highest rated player on the game right now behind, guess who? I'll let you guys guess in the comment section down below who's the highest rated player in the game right now. He's the second highest rated player though, and he converts the penalty. 2 goals in 2 games already for Paul Pogba. He is looking like an absolutely fantastic player already, and of course we all knew that was probably going to happen. But a few minutes later we came through once more and would find our second goal as well. Diego Menendez was rolled the ball forward, got inside the Stuttgart penalty area, ran all the way to the corner flag to celebrate his goal, his 10th of the year, into double figures, as it's Stuttgart 0, Borussia Dortmund 2, and as Pogba caught him, he said, yeah bruv, you may have scored, but don't forget who's the star in this team. That's me, despite being the 4th highest rated player in the lineup now. I absolutely love that, I really do. Diego's the 4th highest rated player in this Borussia Dortmund team, yet he's still the best. It's incredible. So Stuttgart 0, Borussia Dortmund 2, Pogba and Menendez already in on the action, but then Aubameyang said, guys, don't forget about me. Last season I was the top scorer, and I'll show you why, because 33 minutes in, Diego rolls in the ball through, across goes the Gowan International into the area, rifles the ball into the back of the net. It's Stuttgart 0, Borussia Dortmund 3, 33 minutes in. The home fans would be wishing they were still staying at home, because it was an absolutely fantastic first half display from Borussia Dortmund, and this is what we need to be playing like if we are to win more than 1 trophy this season. We're asked to win the league and the cup as well, whilst also getting to the Champions League final. I've not really discussed our chances of winning the treble much this season, because throughout the series we're yet to win one, but Pogba coming into the team makes us possible to do that, if that makes sense. We have a much stronger chance of doing that now that Pogba's in the team, because the way we are playing is just absolutely fantastic right now. In the Schalke game we were really on fire, won the game by 2-0, could have scored more goals, missed a penalty of course for Aubameyang, but in this game, just look at the way we're playing. This is just so much better. It's so much smoother, everyone works so well, and at half-time we have 70% possession, 6 shots and 4 on target, and we're leading by 3-0, and Stuttgart hadn't even got close to our goal in the first half. We were just on fire, and in the second half, to be fair, there weren't too many chances. Diego pulled out the party tricks and almost scored a sensational goal. Sombrero flicked to a volley, but Langerak made the save. But the game did finish Stuttgart 0, Dortmund 3, no goals after the first 3 in the first 34 minutes, but that's all we needed to do. We were just in control in this game, and I just felt so at ease with my group of players. And considering how we've been playing of late, there was a streak of late, a couple of episodes ago, where I did a speech bubble, and we'd, I think, won 3 of our last 9 games. We were really poor and struggling for form, and Bayer Leverkusen were like 5 or 6 points clear at the top of the table. Well, now we're showing everyone who's the strongest side in Germany, and after last year's failure in the Champions League, we're not going to let it happen again. And this season against Inter in the round of 16, we won't be exiting at this competition stage, at this stage in the competition. We'll be going even further this year, I'm confident, and we've not even played the first leg yet. Because if we play like that against Stuttgart, against any other team in Europe, I don't care who they are, we got a good chance of beating anyone. I mean, that was a great performance. So for the second and final game of today's episode here, we will take on Ingolstadt in the Deutsche Pokal quarter-final, and much to my surprise, this game was being played at home as well. When I saw the tournament tree, I thought we were playing away for some reason, but instead we were at the Signal Iduna Park, and we started this game off fantastically well as well, because just 3 minutes in, we would open the scoring through Julian Weigl. Yes, a rare goal scorer, Julian Weigl, the vice-captain of Borussia Dortmund, if you will, and it came from a counter-attacking throw from Wellenrufer as well. And I gotta say, out of the new little features in this year's game, that's probably the only gameplay changes that I'm really happy about. The counter-attacking throws and the counter-attacking kicks with the goalkeepers, I absolutely loved them. We started 1-0 with Wellenrufer, got cut our way up the pitch really quickly, and Julian Weigl finished off the move to score his first goal in the cup competition and make it Borussia Dortmund 1, FC Ingolstadt 0. So already in front in this game, and of course we did field a weakened side, but despite that being the case, we still did have a really strong lineup out there, and every single player was at least 80 plus overall, and that's why 14 minutes in, I wasn't surprised we were 2 goals up and Emre Moore had doubled our advantage. You got the assist for the first goal and scores our second. We cut in from the right hand side with Matheus Pereira, roll it across towards our number 9, and he does the rest. Makes it 2-0, and already Ingolstadt was surely thinking they were not making it through to the semi-finals. So 2-0 to Borussia Dortmund, the perfect start. Moore with a goal. Did I say Emre Moore again? I think I said Emre Moore. Emre Moore, sorry about that. Emre Moore makes it 2-0, and we do have a 2-goal lead. But in the 18th minute, things went from bad to worse for the away side because they were dismissed and went down to 10 men here after number 13, Robert Leipert, was sent off for and given a straight red card here. He dived in, and I really wasn't sure about this as a red card. It was a bad challenge, don't get me wrong, but did it warrant a straight red card? I mean, that's something I'm not entirely sure about, because again, it was a bad challenge there by the number 13, but whether it warranted a straight red card, I'm not entirely sure, considering where he was on the pitch when he made the challenge. It was late, it was from behind, but I'm not sure it should have been a red card. But just a few minutes later, the red card seemed to spur them on, because they halved the deficit here and got themselves back in the game. I tried desperately to clear the ball with Lucas Hernandez, couldn't do so, couldn't get the ball off the Ingolstadt man. Shielding this year is so OP, isn't it? And eventually worked their way inside, and Nico scores the goal to make it 2-1, and several minutes later, they almost made it 2-2. Wellen Rufer making a smart stop low down to his right hand side at his near post, and keeping us still in front. So Ingolstadt went down to 10 men. I was thinking once that happened, the game was surely done now, but instead, they were looking a better team with a man disadvantage. So still 2-1 to Dortmund though. Then in the 44th minute, this happened, and this was so funny. Kevin Volland, who I discussed at the start of the episode, hasn't played too well this season. He has had one injury, but he just can't score. You know, I brought Kevin Volland in because he was the 4th highest scorer in the Bundesliga last season for Bayer Leverkusen. I thought he'd be a great signing, but he just couldn't score. He had 3 attempts there from close range. First one save, second one save, third one hits the bar and goes behind for a goal kick. And his reaction summed it all up. It was still Borussia Dortmund 2, Ingolstadt 1. And poor old Kevin Volland, he'll never be a reliable goal scorer. That's what I brought him in for, to help out with Aubameyang and Menendez. But he just can't score goals, including right there as well. 57 minutes in, ball comes through to him, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. He's on his preferred left foot, smashes it way wide of the post. And I was sitting there thinking, I really like Kev. I really like the guy because of that high defensive work rate. But he just can't score goals. It's so frustrating. But here you see in the 82nd minute, he does something that he's pretty good at, and that's getting assists. That's already his 4th of the year. He rolls it through to Company Vibes, who came off the bench at half-time, a potential to be special free agent Spanish cam, who goes through 1-on-1 and scores his first goal for the club. Says, Kev, that's how you find the back of the net, mate. It's 3-1 to Dortmund, and then with 7 minutes to go, that was how the game would finish as well. Borussia Dortmund 3, Ingolstadt 1. We get ourselves the 3 points. Delighted with that, but for Kevin Volland, I don't know what to say, man. Seriously, I'm trying so desperately to let him score again because he hasn't scored for quite a few months now, but he just can't do it. You know, he just can't score. It is so annoying. But anyway, guys, we are through to the Deutsche Pokal semi-finals. As you will see, that's fantastic news as we continue to fight on all 3 fronts and look a much better outfit with the new man, Paul Pogba, in this Borussia Dortmund side. And of course, today, guys, don't forget to open the description, click on the link, and vote for what number Paul Pogba should be. But that will end today's episode of Career Mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode of the FIFA 17 Career Mode, then please leave a like, as likes are, of course, very much appreciated, and they really help the channel grow as well. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.